The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
For the Cardinals, Connor Klaprick on 3rd down and 2 from the 7. Design QB keeper, Klaprick into the end zone. Touchdown, Fond du Lac.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Defensive pressure here. He brings a man in motion. It's a QB keeper. He gets by 2 defenders. He's to the midfield, and he is off to the races. 20. 10 touchdown Ledgers. Wow, can Bauer go?
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
Scored midway through the second quarter. Schraffenauer gets the handoff, 25-20 to the 15, weaving to the 10-5 touchdown.
Wow.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
8-yard line, angling to the 10 to the 20-yard line, 30-yard line, up to 40, up to midfield, down to the 40, 30, 20, Mullins, 10, 5, touchdown!
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones Fond du Lac Advisors, Musa Sheet Metal, Quest Interiors, Sargento Cheese.
American Family Insurance Agent Brad Tagliapietra, Bauer Chiropractic, BCI Burke, Bob's Pizza.
Bristol Morgan Bank, Addison Jones Real Estate, Cole Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage,
Roush Insurance, Smith Builders, Marco Tax Service, AirTech Heating and Cooling,
Anders Auto Parts, Taco Bell, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Holiday Automotive,
Dynamic Chiropractic, Radom & Stone and Landscape, Everson Law Office, Hopper's Screen Printing and Custom Embroidery,
Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Integrity Saw and Tool, Fondy Family Dental, Into the Woods Wellness,
St. Mary Springs Academy, Lens Truck Center, Fond du Lac Credit Union, Marion University,
Right Way Home Improvement, New Medical Center, Scotty's Auto Works,
National Exchange Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Silica for your home, Pino Construction.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
And good evening, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to our Radio Plus Sports Video Prep Preview Kickoff Show from our headquarters here at 210 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. Boy, are we excited that you're along for the ride tonight as we're going to talk high school football. It's week number 1 of the high school football season, so what a better way to kick it off than right here on your Wednesday evening. We have coaches and players from all our area schools: Fond du Lac, Springs, Winnebago Lutheran Academy, Laconia, Lomira, Mayville, Waupun, and more. Tonight's program is built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. They are the presenting sponsor for our prep preview kickoff show. Boy, oh boy, we have a jam-packed audience with us here tonight. We have a Radio Plus crew and staff that have worked very hard on this show tonight to bring you some of the best coverage around the state. We'll bring you some graphics. We'll talk standings. We'll talk previews. I'll have my top 6 Knicks picks. That's toward the end of the program. What you need to circle as far as the top 6 games across the listening and the viewing area progressing along throughout the entire season. I'd like to thank Sawyer Chu, Kerry Longley, Ike Holtzman, and Josh Guy. They are all the producers for tonight's game and tonight's coverage, I should say. Waiting in the wings, we have the Laconia Spartans football team. They are set to be on this very program next with our Radio Plus Prep Football Preview Kickoff Show here, built by Pino Construction.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pino. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pino difference. Pino, build better for future generations.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we believe in happy accidents, like in 1964, when a Buffalo, New York restaurant owner accidentally bought chicken wings instead of chicken necks. The 60s were a crazy time. Well, decades later, and the mistake-turned masterpiece is now at Pizza Ranch. Introducing our new traditional and boneless chicken wings, tossed in our signature sauces. 2 more ways to get the country's best chicken available for carryout and delivery. Maybe it wasn't an accident after all, just delicious fate. Pizza Ranch.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 976 East Johnson Street. Patrick Elistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses. And Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
And we'd like to welcome you back to our Radio Plus Video Sports High School Prep Preview Kickoff Show built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. My name is Nick Rush. Thank you for being along here tonight. And in segment number 1 of the high school football season, we'd like to talk with Laconia here today. Joe Ledley, the head coach for Laconia. Let me shake your hand, Coach. Good to see you again, buddy. How are you?
Good, Nick. Thanks. You appreciate the opportunity to show up here and talk with you a little bit tonight.
Yeah, well, we'd also like to welcome some of the great players that you have here. Coach, would you like to introduce your players?
Oh, I got to try to remember who they are.
Okay.
First of all, they're all seniors. Colton Hagner, number 30.
Okay.
Luke Weber, number 12.
Yep.
And then number 55 is Luke Robbie.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for joining us here. How are you tonight? How are we feeling?
Good.
Good? Yeah?
Feeling great.
All right. Well, it's casual conversation. We'll kind of keep things light as we go along. And we do want to remind folks that the chat is open as well. If you want to ask a question of the coach or one of the players, you can jump aboard our chat. We have that up here live with our program as we go along. If anything pops, I'll just ask you. So, Coach, I'll start with you. The off season. How were things for Laconia in the off season?
They were good. We had a little challenge with the new construction and stuff going on with our primary weight room not available to the students during the summer, so a lot of the guys made some different accommodations, whether it was at our middle school or at a YMCA or at some fitness places along the way. So we didn't have that great one facility for our guys.
They could have just lifted lumber and helped with the construction process.
Good point. Yeah, lumber or steel. There's a lot of it around there.
Yeah. Okay. So will that affect the football field as you see it this season or next season? Are there improvements being done to the football program?
Right now, there is not. It's not in the initial outlay of the money that was passed in the referendum. We're hoping down the road it will be, but we still have our practice field. We still have our game field, those kind of things. So we're able to do our day-to-day things.
Sure. And how long have the guys been practicing now?
We started on August the 6th.
Yep.
WIA's first day of practice we started then. So we're in our 3rd week, and we're in game week.
All right, game week indeed. Guys, I'll open it up to you here. Let's talk the off-season, talk about the weight room and some of the different opportunities that you had to train in the off-season, getting ready for opening week this week.
I know a lot of guys were working full-time jobs, and know a lot of us found time to work out too. So that's always great. A lot of guys in the weight rooms and just preparing for the season.
So Colton, senior fullback and linebacker, are you going to be going both ways for Laconia?
Sure.
What do you like better, offense, defense? What do you think?
I would take defense.
You'll take defense. Okay, all right. Look like a linebacker. That's good here. What are you looking forward to most this season? What do you think for Laconia?
Hopefully for a deep playoff run, but just like a last ride with the guys. Grown up with all of them, just one last ride.
All 3 of you are seniors, right? And you've been playing football 4 years in the program?
No, I only played 2.
2 years. 2 years. Okay.
I played 3.
All right. Luke and Luke. Luke's back-to-back here. Tight end linebacker, Luke Weber, senior. What do you like better, offense, defense? What are we looking at there?
I like defense. Or I like offense better. I like when we have the ball and the slight chance of me catching the ball and passing game. I like that. But.
Sure. Okay. And Luke, talk about that. You're the center of the team, so a lot of communication that is on the offensive line, kind of the leader of the offensive line, right in the middle there, and also, of course, linebacker. So talk about that for us.
Yeah. I don't know.
Offense, defense, what do you enjoy?
I like defense better. I get to actually hit people and not have to block. And
well, that's part of it too, Coach. Got to open up those holes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Who is the quarterback this year for Laconia?
Drake Nitz is our quarterback. He is a junior. He's been in the program for 3 years. Keaton Grotti played the last 2 years for us, and Drake has done a great job with the JV2 program, and he's done a tremendous job in practice, and he had a good scrimmage last week. So we're excited, looking forward to having Drake run the show for us.
Keaton Grotti, you mentioned losing him to graduation. Sawyer Schultes to graduation as well. Jack Renz coming back as well, leading rusher last year. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we're excited to have Jack back. He played quite a bit as a freshman. Our leading rusher last year as a sophomore. I think he had close to 700 yards, 5 or 6 TDs, something like that. He's had a good camp. He looked good in the scrimmage. We're happy, excited to have him. He trains very hard in the off season. He's put on some muscle, some strength, added a little bit of speed. So, again, we're trying to get him the ball and try to give him the ball out in space where he can take advantage of his athletic ability.
This is our Radio Plus Video Prep Preview Kickoff Show here from our headquarters at 210 South Main Street, Fond du Lac. We're talking with Laconia here today, and Joe Ledley is the head coach there. And as you take a look, guys, at the big board, and this is for any one of you to answer here, but I know you don't want to look too much past any one particular opponent here, but what stands out on the screen to you as far as the schedule goes? What stands out to me are a chunk of home games, which is cool, right?
Yeah, we actually have 5 home games this year, which we're looking forward to. We haven't had 5 in 2 or 3 years, so again, looking forward to playing at home, not having to get on the bus and do some of those kind of things.
Yeah.
Just running out of our locker room under our home field.
Yeah. Guys, what are you looking forward to when you look at that schedule right here?
For me, it's Amril. That one got away from us last year, I think, and it's always like bury the fox, we always say. So Amril's a big rival, and we should have had that one last year, so I'm looking forward to that one.
You open up against Ripon coming up on Friday night. Let's talk about that a little bit. What do you expect from the Ripon Tigers here?
I know they got a new head coach coming in. I know he's a respected head coach, and can't wait to play him. I know it's going to be some new schemes, and I think we prepared well for him.
Anything to add, Luke?
Yes, ready to hit him.
Ready to hit him and play.
Waited a year.
Yeah. Thoughts on the Flyweight Conference? Because if you look at Springs Powerhouse, okay, they've been there. But you look at Mayville, you look at Lomira on the upswing. You guys want to be in contention. How does that competition play out? What do you think about the Flyway?
Well, I think the Flyway is a tremendous Division V football conference. I mean, I think Springs plays playoffs in Division VI, but, I mean, you look at the schools in the conference and the playoffs. I mean, we did not get in the playoffs last year, but the year before we were in the playoffs, and I think there was 4 or 5 teams from our league that got into our playoffs. We won our first game. 2 or 3 of the teams won the first game. So from a Division V standpoint, we are an excellent, very competitive football conference.
When I think Laconia, I think physicality, I think running the ball, and I think hitting people. Those are the 3 things that pop into my, at least when I went to Lomira. When Lomira played Laconia, that's what it was.
Right.
Is that still hold true?
Yeah, we like to think our kids are pretty physical and like to get after a little bit. We try to hold back and practice a little bit to try to keep them fresh, to try to keep them healthy. It's not the old school, we're going to bang real hard every day in practice. Again, trying to keep them fresh so that when we do get to the game, they're ready to go and they can be physical and they can get after our opponents.
Talking with Luke Robbie and Luke Weber, Colton Hagner, and head coach Joe Ledley for the Laconia Spartans. In closing, guys, anything else that you'd like to mention, that you'd like to thank, that you'd like to give a shout out to here on our video platform for the people to take a look at?
The one thing I'd like to say is we met last night after the practice a little bit. We have 17 seniors, so that's a tremendous number for us in our school, and I'm very proud of that class. These 3 guys are part of that. They provided some great leadership for us, and that's just so important to our program.
Anything to add, guys?
I told Owen Leonard, our biggest offensive lineman, he plays guard and defensive tackle. I told him I'd shout him out, so shout out Owen Leonard.
All right, there you go. Any other shout-outs? Players?
Just the team. I know we got Drake Nitz as a quarterback. Love the kid.
Yeah.
Great kid.
Yeah.
One last ride, like I said, let's go out with a bang.
17 seniors. That's a nice number. That's a nice bond that you guys have. Talk to that a little bit, the bond and the chemistry there with the senior group.
Yeah, we have, obviously that's a lot of seniors, but our class as a whole just in the school is the biggest by far we've had in over a decade. So, I mean, in our classes, I feel our class is bonded closer than other classes. Like, even just sitting in classrooms, you never get paired up with someone that you don't like. Okay. So, in football and in school, our grade is very close.
Well, guys, I'd like to wish you the best of luck in the upcoming season. Thanks for coming in here, and look forward to having some of your games on our video platform, okay?
Yeah, we look forward to that.
All right. Good job, guys. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thanks, Nick. Again, appreciate your time.
Yep, you bet. Thank you. That is Laconia head coach Joe Ledley, Colton Hagner, senior fullback and linebacker, Luke Weber, senior tight end and linebacker, and Luke Roby, senior center and linebacker as well. Laconia opens up against Ripon coming up on Friday night. All right, when we come back, we'll get to another area team. They are waiting in the wings, and look right there. Those are the Fond du Lac Cardinals, and they are on the way as our Radio Plus Video Prep Sports Showcase continues, built by Pino Buildings.
At Silica, we've built a reputation for selling the best appliances and servicing everything we sell. Standing by our customers is what makes us grow, and with 3 locations, our service area covers a huge part of the state. That's why when you see our thousands of online reviews, these are the words you most commonly see. Great service after the sale. That keeps us moving ahead for over 100 years. You won't get that with the big box stores. See for yourself why your neighbors say it's Silica for your home.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
If you're considering building a home, it's important to sit down and have a conversation with your realtor, your financial advisor, or your builder. Signature Homes has client appointments throughout the course of the week that specifically just discuss, is it right for you? Does it make sense? Is this the right timing? Can we be the right builder? Can we provide the right product? We really don't have a limitation to what we build or who we build for. It really comes down to what you need and if we're a fit. And we're certainly going to do everything we can to bring your signature home to life.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
We are back. Welcome back into the program here today. This is our Radio Plus Video Sports High School Prep Preview Kickoff Show. This is our second consecutive year of doing this. We like to have an opportunity to sit down with the coaches, with the players, give them a little camera time here, and talk about the upcoming high school sports season. And it's all built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. Thank you so much. And thank you to the Fond du Lac Cardinals for joining us here. Coach, let me shake your hand on camera. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you bet. And can you introduce your players for us?
This is Rhett Hilvaka right here. He's a senior linebacker for us. Connor Johnson, senior wide receiver, and Mason Henschel, a junior running back. All three are captains for us this season.
Well, welcome, guys. I've interviewed, I think, all of you, maybe. Have I interviewed you, Mason? No, you've eluded me in the post game show here. But hey, guys, we're just going to talk, and we're going to talk about the upcoming season and talk about the Cardinals here and talk about your schedule and dive into that a little bit. But first, off season, how are things? Things okay?
Yeah, things have been going great. I think as we progress through this, obviously now being in my third year, I know these guys a lot more than the seniors in my first year. So there wasn't that time to build relationships with people. We already had that. We could really hit the ground running. And the nice part about this senior and junior class is they're 100% bought into everything we're trying to do. So we're not fighting ourselves. We're just working to be the best we possibly can be, and that makes coaching pretty easy.
Yeah. Guys, the off season, let's start there. Weight room was your friend, right? Yep. You look it. Talk about that for us.
Yeah, I think the weight room is definitely where we as a team, obviously, we get stronger, bigger, faster, but then we can also continue to build the relationships with our guys throughout the offseason.
The chemistry. Right, Connor? What do you think?
I think we improved a lot in the weight room this year. It's where we build chemistry, and it's where we have fun as well.
All right. Mason?
Yeah, I like the weight room. I mean, it's fun, and it's also, we're pretty thankful to have a weight room like we do, to kind of have everyone in there because we do have a pretty big team. And also, having Coach Pluker and also Coach Hermes as our kind of like teachers, it's also good to build that relationship.
And you look at that facility that you have, just such a blessing for this community to have that and for you guys to play on something like that. Isn't it cool?
It's awesome. The experience, too, and the effects of the lighting and the music and all that stuff, when you put all the time in that they do, I think it's something that they earn, and they earn the opportunity to play there and get supported on by the community, which has really loved Fond du Lac football.
If you do have a question for any one of the players, within reason, or the coach, you can jump aboard our chat, and you can go through that, and we'll filter those to you, and you can answer them, though. But you take a look at the big board here, guys, and you see the standings from last year, and it doesn't truly, I don't think, tell the tale of what Fond du Lac was last year. I mean, you look at the first, 4 games of the season, and you drop some hard decisions in there, and then you go and beat Laconia, and then you don't stop until you get to level 3 in Marquette on the road down there, right?
Yeah, I think last year there was a lot of peaks and valleys, and I think last year was a very good wake-up call for a lot of us and how we have to be consistent in everything that we do. That's one big emphasis is we don't want to be a team that has really big highs but also really big lows. We want to be consistent in everything that we do, and that's going to translate to it. So, I think when we look at the standings right there, I think that was an accurate representation of who we were. I think we had some good moments and we had some bad moments, and our goal is to be consistently the best version of ourselves we can be, and hopefully continue to climb the ladder in our conference.
And you take a look at your schedule here as we'll stay on the big board and go there. You have Hortonville, in, and you have Oshkosh North out, right? Talk about that.
Yeah, Oshkosh North moving to the FRCC or whatever they call the conference over there now. And Hortonville moving in. Hortonville's a great program, and the FVA is supposed to be the biggest and best schools in the Fox Valley region, and we like the challenge of it.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to turn things over to you. When you look at that schedule, I know what sticks out to me, but what sticks out to you? First 3 games on the road?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's no issue with that at all. I think if we come out firing right away against every single team we play against, I think we have a good shot of winning.
Okay. Rhett, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that we played, obviously we know that we played Sussex and Marquette last year. We know how that went, but I think that this year we're a new team. I also think that they're a very new team this year too. Mm-hmm. So, no, we're not afraid by our schedule by any means.
Mason?
Yeah, it shows competition, but it also shows excitement because we're playing the same teams, but they're also new teams, and everyone has new guys, so it'll be good. Yeah. It'll be fun.
3 back on offense, 4 back on defense. All right, new quarterback. Okay, Mangle gone, Mullins gone, Dulski gone, Clapp gone. But you guys are here. Okay, talk to that a little bit for us.
Yeah, I think the more I do this, it's just what high school sports is. You have great players leave, and you have young and hungry guys come in and take their role. I would say that one thing that I was very impressed over the offseason is we didn't really have a lot of kids who we had to push through the process. They wanted to be here.
They're hungry.
Wanted to get better. They're hungry to be out there. And inexperience, in a way, is so pushed negatively. But ultimately, I think if someone feels like they should have played last year and didn't, that motivation is going to be pretty strong to get better and to prove themselves to everyone. So there isn't one person that we're going to put on the field that I'm worried about. They're going to compete their tail off, and they're going to give everything that they have. And ultimately, that's all we can ask for.
This is our high school video sports prep preview kickoff show built by Pino Buildings and Pino Construction. Rhett, going to Minnesota next year. Let's talk about that. Talk about the process by which that happened, if you could.
Yeah, so I got my first offer by the University of Ohio, and then it just kind of went on from there. Obviously, just some schools coming in, talking to me, seeing what's up, seeing my size, my frame, and some schools giving me offers based off of that. But when I got my offer from Minnesota, I went to the camp, and I went to the camp. They pushed me hard. I did well. Right after the camp, they offered me, and I committed on the spot to a Big Ten school.
Wow. Pretty good. Good for you.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I'm grateful.
Led the team last year in tackles, first team all-conference selection last year as a linebacker, and that role prepped you for a scholarship, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I think, too, just seeing all the guys in front of me that were leaders, I think that's going to be something that I think that I can be the linebacker next to me last year, Corbin Hanrahan.
Yeah.
He was a big leader to me, who I think pushed me to get that all-conference award, and I think that now this year, hopefully, I'm able to be that leader to the other guys on defense.
What's one thing that Fondy needs to work on? This is for the players, and one thing that we're doing pretty well at X here in camp going into your first game at Sussex coming up in 48 hours.
I think the team chemistry this year is a lot better than last year. I think the guys are more connected. And, I think it's just going to be a good season because of the chemistry, and I think we improved on that a lot.
Well, Connor, you had some big-time catches last year. I know you had Mullins on the other side here, but he stepped up throughout the season too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not putting any pressure on you, but nobody really understands the transition Connor's made, and the player he is now is not even close to what he was. So I'm excited to get him out there, and he's not afraid of the moment. So I think we're pretty obviously saying that Connor's our number one target at receiver, and he's not scared of that, and we're not scared of that. We trust him.
Mason, your thoughts?
Yeah, I would agree with CJ being our team chemistry. I think it's a lot better than last year, and also I just think it's really good. And then something that we could really work on, not work on, but kind of do is stay consistent. Consistency is key, so we just got to make sure we're consistent to the best of our ability.
Anybody can answer this. The game that you're most looking forward to on the schedule is, you fill in the blank. What do you think?
Sussex, week 1.
Week 1?
Yep.
I think Kimberly, our first home game.
Yep.
Kimberly as well.
Okay. And that comes in week 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 on the road, and then week 4. We'll open up National Exchange Bank Field in week 4 against Kimberly. What a better way to open it up. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Should be a great game.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to, Coach? Just next one on the schedule? Or?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this first game. I think as a coaching staff, we really took a look in the mirror, and we didn't feel a good taste in our mouth after the Sussex game. We felt like we didn't put our kids in the position to be as successful as we wanted to. So I think some people as coaches, kind of turn the tape off and never look at it again. But I've watched the game probably at least 75 times to completion, and I'm embarrassed in what we put out. And I'm looking forward to getting an opportunity to put our kids in a position to succeed this year.
Well, gentlemen, best of luck. We look forward to having every one of your games video streamed for people to home and away, for people to watch and view and see you in action on the field. And don't you go running away from me when I come up to you for interviews, all right?
All right.
All right, just saying. Okay, anything that you want to say in closing? Any shout-outs? Anything else going on there that you'd like to mention?
Shout out my receiver core.
Okay.
Shout out to all my teammates.
All right.
All my teammates, my linemen, most of us are juniors, so they're all like my best friends. So
yeah. All right. Coach, anybody?
Yeah, I just think we're very thankful for the coaches I get to coach with and the players we get to play with. It's really fun. We work really hard and we hold the kids accountable. And in today's day and age, when you can hold kids accountable and they take coaching and they take correction, and they are able to use that to get better, I think that's something that's special and not very common in our world.
Well, best of luck, gentlemen. We'll see you coming up in 48 hours, okay?
Thank you for having
All right.
us.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Yep, appreciate you. All right, that's been a look at Fond du Lac here today. Again, that's Sam Pluker, head coach of the Fond du Lac Cardinals, Rhett Lavaca, Connor Johnson, and Mason Henschel, again, all joining us here. Waiting in the wings, we have the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs Academy. They will be in this room when we come back. It's our Radio Plus Video Prep Preview Show on Radio Plus Video Sports.
Dr. Shane Bauer of Bauer Chiropractic for progressive and traditional chiropractic care. If you're in pain, Bauer Chiropractic offers unique ways to provide relief for many types of pain and conditions. New to this area is MLS Class 4 cold laser therapy, which can be very effective with treating many nagging injuries such as plantar fasciitis, tennis elbow, shoulder pain, knee pain, and many others. Pain relief and prevention are 2 reasons to see Dr. Shane Bauer at 355 North Peters Avenue, Fond du Lac, or log on BauerChiroFDL.com.
The Roush Insurance Agency, and proud to sponsor our local athletes doing what they love. Do you have people in your life that you love? Your loved ones count on you. Hi, this is Tony Walters, agent with the Roush Insurance Agency. Let us at the Roush Insurance Agency give you a free, no-obligation life insurance quote so you're safe and secure for when the unexpected happens. To find out more about your free, no-obligation quote, give us a call today. The Roush Insurance Agency, properly insuring you for your future. Good luck, area athletes, on your quest to a state title.
In 1925, Winnebago Lutheran Academy opened their doors to the first class of Vikings. For the last 99 years, WLA has offered a welcoming and safe environment for our students to learn and grow. We are continually blessed with a dedicated faculty and staff who inspire our students in their academic pursuits and, most importantly, in their spiritual lives. As we begin our 100th year of education, we look back on all the blessings we have received from God and acknowledge the grace upon grace He has provided. Thank you, Fond du Lac and surrounding communities, for 100 years of continuous support.
My name is Dave Hopper, and I've been with Hoppers for 35 years. My parents worked here, I work here, my son works here, my wife works here, so it's family. But I also look at the employees that we have today, and we have 2 that have over 25 years of employment here with us. So they are family. When we hire somebody new, I don't look at them as just an employee. They're part of our family, and that's what we strive for.
Hey Wisconsin, it's terrific timing to score deep closeout savings and lock in enticing offers on a new Buick from Holiday. Like up to $6,400 below MSRP on Buick Enclave. Connect with Holiday for giant selection, get more for your trade, and enjoy the genuine guest care of Wisconsin's #1 Buick and GMC dealer. Come take a test drive, find yours, and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Tonight's program here on Radio Plus Video Sports is built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. We've talked here tonight so far with Laconia, with Fond du Lac, and now we go back to the Wisconsin Flyweight Conference and we welcome the Ledgers of St. Mary Springs Academy. Guys, thanks for being here. Good day to you. How are you, Coach?
Pretty good.
All right, Coach Bob Hyland. Let me shake your hand, buddy. Here we go. And we have Ben Anderson at number 3 with us. Ben, good to see you.
Good seeing you.
Yep. Noah Mowell with us, number 2. Noah, hi. And Caden Pitts with us as well. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right. So, Coach, I'll start with you here. The off season. How were things? How's the transition going to this upcoming season?
Well, I thought the kids worked really hard in the winter with the weight room, and all summer long we had great attendance. And we run a speed program in the morning, and that's been very well attended. I'm very happy with the workout. We've got some good speed. We're not quite as much depth.
Yeah.
We've had a couple of injuries, one from basketball. Probably would have been a starting tackle, and our best wide receiver blew out his ACL this summer in 7-on-7. So a couple injuries. So we're pretty much, we got a veteran group of nucleus, but we've got a lot of young kids with very little experience in a lot of positions, and so that's hurting a little bit with practice and mental stuff.
30 letter winners back this year.
Yeah, when we go to the playoffs and that, we bring up some other kids, and we letter quite a few kids. But we go by starters and that, and we've got some good ones back. But like I said, we got some that have very little experience.
Okay. Ben, how was the off season for you? Let's go to you.
It was pretty good, try to get in the weight room as much as I can. Pretty active sport player in the other sports. But, yeah, just trying to be a good leader, especially vocally. That's kind of been more my role. But, yeah, trying to be a good leader for the rest of the guys.
Honorable mention, last season. What positions are you playing this year?
I'm kind of stepping down from my defensive role. I'll be more pass down safety type look on defense, but then looking to be the starting quarterback.
All right. Offense. Noah, first team all-conference selection on defense last year. Talk about your positions on the field for us.
This year it'll be tight end. It'll be tight end and linebacker. Hopefully, tight end will work out for me, and we just get farther down in the playoffs.
Sure.
And I can be another threat for other teams.
Offense, defense, what do you enjoy more? What do you think?
I like to play defense, a lot more hitting.
Yeah. Couple guys earlier in the show have said that too. All right, Caden, first team all-conference selection last year. Talk about that for us and talk about what you're looking forward to this year.
Last year I was center and defensive end, and this year I'm looking to play the same positions. And hopefully just have a little more impact on the game.
All right, so kind of leading the offensive line at that center position. You enjoy that?
Yeah, definitely. It's fun helping the kids that don't really know what they're doing.
You take a look at this here. Ledgers and Bob Highland, 514, 116, couple of ties, 54th season at the school, Bob. You look at that resume. I know people have asked the retirement question here and there, but do you want to speak to that at all? What do you think?
I don't think there's any question. It's very obvious that I've already told them that this will be my last season. Zach Wilderman, our defensive coordinator, hopefully is taking over unless something drastically happens. But I made it very clear that years ago that this would be my last season. My youngest grandson will be graduating, and I think my wife and I deserve a little break.
Okay. All right. Still like the golf here and there a little bit, right? Sometimes.
Yeah. We'll spend a lot more time in Arizona and maybe a little more time traveling.
And Brody, that you're talking about, your grandson, senior.
Yep. So,
all right.
So I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how it'll happen. A lot of coaches retire and they die within the first year, and I hope that doesn't happen to me.
You'll be fine. We'll be okay. We'll be all right. You got a good nucleus around you, right? You get out there and play a little bit more. So you take a look at the Flyaway Conference here, and this is last year, okay? And you get to level 3 of the playoffs last year, but a very impressive resume going into this season. So learning curve from last year to this year, what do you think?
I definitely think a lot of new guys coming into especially the quarterback role in our conference, but I definitely think there's going to be a lot of good competition. Definitely going to have to play just to the same level we did last year, and then hopefully be more prepared for playing those high-level teams in D5 in playoffs this year.
So with its setup now, the bump up to Division 5, what do you think? You've been there before.
We've been there before.
The
way they set it up, again, there's many schools that have traditionally been strong over the years. I feel sorry for the school that has a class that comes along and they're very good as sophomores. They win or state champion or juniors and seniors.
Yeah, but
nobody back and so on. Where in our case, and I look at Catholic Memorial, St. Mary Springs, La Crosse Aquinas, Eau Claire Regis, Edgar, schools like that all the way through. They've been successful no matter where they play and at what level. And so, it's a good thing in many ways. And you got to play up. Some people don't want to do that, but that's the way they set it up.
Noah, your thoughts on that?
I don't know. Basically, in past years, it was basically just the guys that were like good for our team, and now they basically gave down their talent to us and try reinforcing it. And it's just our duty to step up and fill a role.
Caden, thoughts on that?
Yeah, just talking about moving up in playoffs, just like last year. If we want to win anything, we're gonna have to beat a Darlington, we're gonna have to beat a Stratford, and we're gonna have to beat a Kewanee. So we just gotta win. I
know we don't want to peek ahead too much in the schedule here, guys, but you take a look at your schedule in Lake Country Lutheran right away in week number 1, a familiar opponent, Madison Edgewood in week 2. Then you start the Flyway Conference season at Omro. I know you don't look too far ahead here, but does any one particular game stick out to you in your mind that, yep, that's going to be a good one?
For me, personally, I'm definitely looking forward to actually our first game of the year.
Okay.
Lake Country Lutheran, it'll be my first game to be able to start at quarterback. Just want to set that tempo early, bring the energy to the guys, and start the season off strong.
Okay.
For me, I would say Mayville. We kind of had a losing battle with them for the past 5 years, and we won last year, but they got that nice, strong running back still back there. So hopefully we can bring them down.
For me, I'd say Campbell Sport, just being a lineman, they definitely have the best line in the conference, and we're gonna have to bring our A game for that game.
7-0 last year.
Yeah,
it's a tight game. It's a tight game last year. Yeah, you bet. Plans and interests after school. I know that we don't ask a lot of players this question, but any hobbies, any interests that you have, after high school?
I'm hopefully looking forward to continuing my baseball career.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, just definitely looking towards going to college and seeing where it takes me from there.
Okay. Noah?
For me, I just want to go play college football, try to be a linebacker in the next level, and see how that goes.
Got the frame for it, right? Okay. What do you think?
For me, probably just focusing on school, seeing where college takes me, and yeah.
All right. Well, guys, have a great season. Have a great school year. School has started, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
First day is today, right? One final question, Coach. With the school starting now, do you find that there's a little difference in when school was not in session compared to when school is in session for practices and for flow and things like that?
Usually, we'll see tomorrow a little bit, but usually that when they're in school, the first couple of days, it's a real dull practice. But I got after them on Monday, and I think they elevated their level of practice yesterday and today. I thought we had yesterday was our best practice of the year. Today was very good also. We've just net. So I didn't notice, now that I'm no longer in school, I don't pay attention too much to it and that, but I thought we had, it didn't bother us today.
Okay.
It didn't bother us today.
All right. Well, guys, have a great year, and we look forward to having a bunch of games on our video platform for you. Nice job tonight, okay?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach, thank you so much. Yep. That's Bob Hyland for St. Mary Springs Academy, and he was joined by Ben Anderson, Noah Mao, and Caden Pitts for the Ledgers. Again, they open against Lake Country Lutheran at home coming up on Friday night. You can watch that game at our website, video stream live at radioplusinfo.com. We've got another Wisconsin Flyway team waiting in the wings, and there they are, the Vikings of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. They're on the way next as our Radio Plus Video Prep Sports Preview Kickoff Show continues, built by Pino Construction.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline Auto Paint, along with PPG Versalon Commercial Paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Welcome back to our Radio Plus Video Sports High School Prep Preview Show built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. We've had a wonderful night of high school football so far and chatting with area coaches and players and teams. And we started with the Flyway. Then we went to the Fox Valley Association. Fond du Lac joined us. Went back to the Flyway with Springs. Now we go to a couple miles from Springs down the road to Winnebago Lutheran Academy. And defensive coordinator Ryan Jacobs is with us here. Let me shake your hand on camera. How are you?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing fine.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you. All right, I'd like to introduce Moses Metzger, Miles McCauley, and Gannon Schwartz. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Is this your camera debut? Maybe, huh?
Yep.
It's all right. Don't be nervous. Everything's fine. All right, so let's begin with the off-season. Kind of work through the off-season, how that was, weight room, training, getting ready for camp, I guess, to open.
So, yeah, last year ended poorly for us, and us coaches came together. We talked about this one's on us. How are we going to fix this? And it started with the weight room. And we had a really, really, really good weight room off-season session.
Okay.
And we won that this off-season, and it's going to translate now into the new season as well. So it was a really, really good off-season for us, and we changed a little bit up in the weight room, what we do, why we do it, and it's going to pay off in the fall.
Guys, off-season program, how was that for each one of you? Kind of just give us a broad brush of it.
It was really good. We were in the weight room a lot, like Coach said, and I feel like we've grown a lot, like everybody on the team has, and I think it's going to be a good season.
All right. Miles?
I personally think it was great. Coach Jay came in, new weight lift, new session, new all loud whistles blowing everywhere, guys cheering loud everywhere. So I thought it was good team morale going.
Gannon?
Yeah, I think we were in 4 days a week, so a lot of team bonding. We were always we were always with our friends 4 days a week, so our team chemistry got a lot higher.
That was my next question, the chemistry piece. That's a big piece of it that can be built even off the field as much as on the field, even more so sometimes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last year we lost a lot of seniors, and that was the talk of the offseason, how we're going to get this young team ready for the new year. And it starts in the weight room, and just I give credit to all the guys. Came together, they trusted the plan, what we're going to do, and we got a good-looking team for this fall.
Nice graduate last year in Sam Layer at quarterback, so he left along with 13 other seniors.
Yes.
And you mentioned some guys back, a couple of on offense, 4 back on defense. One of those that is back is Gannon Schwartz, a leading receiver from last year, and 5 touchdowns and over 500 receiving yards. How do you see your role continuing in the offense?
Well, I will not be playing receiver this year, so it's a big change for me.
Okay. Is it more of a wing back or running back?
I will be playing quarterback this
Quarterback?
year. So
okay.
A lot of options, so
okay.
A lot of running this year.
Yep, okay. Let's talk more about the conference here, and you take a look at Last year, you went 6-1 in Wisconsin Flyaway play, 8-2 overall, followed by Campbellsport and Lomira, Mayville, Omro, Laconia, and North Fond du Lac. And then you take a look at the next slide is the schedule for this year. And what sticks out as far as the game? You circle that. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. What is it? What do you think, guys?
Well, me personally, I'm just looking forward to Cal Moraine. It's going to be like that's our first time back on the field. Like you said, we got a lot of seniors gone from last year, and I'm just really excited to see how everybody steps up into their roles this year.
First game I got circled is first conference game against Mayville. You know, they took us out in playoffs, and I think we jump out on them and play a good game against them.
Gannon, your thoughts?
Springs is always up there because, you know, they're good most years, and they were our only loss in the regular season last year, so I always look forward to playing them.
So I'll hand this question to you, Ryan, as being the defensive coordinator. Let's ask a defensive question. When I watch Winnebago Lutheran Academy play and I see the Vikings go, they hit and they go hard and they play good defense. Is that still the case?
That is WA defense. That is WA defense.
Okay. All right.
A little bit of new approach coming in this year. To win state titles, win conference titles, defense, you got to tackle.
Yeah.
We have to be the best tackling team.
Okay.
And guys can tell you, our first 45 minutes of practice on the defense side is the progression of tackling.
Yeah.
And we go so detailed with it. We're not throwing new drills at them every day. It's the simple things with tackling.
Fundamental.
It's fundamental.
Yeah.
And we're going to get back to that. And when you look at the lineup, we start with Mayville, Lomira, Campbellsport.
Yeah.
We got some running backs in that right there in that stretch that we got to tackle. I mean, we can't cry about it. We got to play those teams and tackle them. So
yeah.
I'm excited for the challenge, though.
Not letting too much out. You know, formations, the 3-5, 4-4 front. I mean, what are you looking at here for the Vikings?
So with my defense, we run a 3 system where I can throw a 3-4 at you, a 4-3, or a 5-2.
Okay.
With our defense, we're trying to change what a defense approach is. A lot of defense is all reaction. And with our defense, all the kids know their rules. And with that, we don't really have to adjust to many teams. The flyaway is going to have all these different, option or wing tee. We get really, really good at those 3, and they know their assignments. Now we just make them better athletes and better players in their position.
Switch the scheme up every week.
Yes.
Right?
That's good. Make them better players.
Yeah.
And that's our focus. Sometimes you got to tweak it because, a team's going to have a stud there, and we get say.
Right.
But, yeah.
Again, talking with Winnebago Lutheran Academy and Ryan Jacobs, the defensive coordinator, Moses Metzger, Miles McCauley, and Gannon Schwartz. Any shout-outs that you guys want to do? Any hellos to the team or parents, girlfriends, family, friends? You too, Coach. Whatever you want to do here.
Shout out to the WA family.
Yeah, okay. All right, what are you guys looking forward to, not just this season, okay, but this school year as a whole? What do you think? Is it football related? Is it school? Is it subjects in school? What do you think?
Well, at WLA we have this thing about student athletes. We're always a student first, then athlete. I'm really looking forward to academically succeeding as well as out on the field. Just want to succeed in all the areas. I want everybody on the team to do the same.
All right. What do you think, Miles? What are you looking forward to?
High school, my favorite thing's always been sports. So
yeah.
Senior year, go out with a bang with all my buddies. So
yeah. Well said. All right. Gannon?
I'm just really excited to see how everybody on the football field can step up and play their roles because we're pretty much a new team. Losing 14 seniors is going to be hard on us, but I think we can do it.
All right. Well, best of luck, guys. We appreciate your time here tonight, and we'll see you coming up on the football field for a chunk of games, okay?
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right. Yep, you bet. All right. That is Winnebago Lutheran Academy defensive coordinator Ryan Jacobs, joined by Moses Metzger, number 60, Miles McCauley, number 15, Gannon Schwartz, number 5. Okay. Coming up, we have another great team that'll be with us, and they are the Mayville Cardinals. They're on the way in just a couple of moments as our Radio Plus Video Sports High School Prep Preview Kickoff Show continues on RadioPlusInfo.com.
Cleaning your gutters is a pain, but ignoring them could ruin the value of your home. Gutter Helmet is the solution. Choose the perfect color to blend with your home, and our certified technicians will install Gutter Helmet in less than a day. Call Gutter Helmet today to never clean your gutters again.
Brock Fleischer here with Homestead Realty. I know that buying and selling a home can be stressful. I'm here to help. Are you ready to sell? I have buyers waiting for a home just like yours. Are you looking to buy? I can sell any home that's on the market, and I'm here to get you pre-approved to purchase, along with finding the best loan and lender for your situation. I'll even go as far as arranging movers. For an easier real estate transaction, give me a call. Brock Fleischer, 920-960-0555.
Listen to 95 and 96.1 The Rock on your smart speakers. Just ask your device to play WTCX. Or listen on your smartphone by downloading the free TuneIn radio app. Everything that rocks. 95 and 96.1 The Rock.
Listen to Sunny 97.7 on your smart speakers. Just ask your device to play WFDL FM. Or listen on your smartphone by downloading the free TuneIn radio app and searching WFDL FM. Songs that make you feel good. Sunny 97.7.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple.
Welcome back to our media center here, Radio Plus Video Sports. Nick Rush, sports director for this company, and we are excited once again that everybody's joining us for our high school prep preview kickoff show built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. Coming up, I want to mention this. We have a couple more teams to preview, and then we're going to do a special segment at the end called Nick's Top 6 Picks, and that's a look at 6 games that you need to circle and mark down as big games for our season. And we'll have that again toward the end of the program before we wrap things up. All right, back to the Wisconsin Flyaway Conference. We welcome the Mayville Cardinals with us here. Scott Hilber, head coach. Scott, let me shake your hand. How are you tonight?
Fantastic, thank you.
All right, well, thanks for joining us here. And with us, we have Joran Schlender and Sawyer Hardesty and Bennett Schellinger. Thanks for coming in, guys. How's everyone feeling tonight?
Pretty good.
Guys okay? How's practice, Coach? Right out of the gate here. Good? Yeah,
it was
there, huh?
It was a practice night. They still got free ice cream on the way. So.
All right, good. All right, so the off season, maybe a little broader question here. How was that? How are numbers? How is the program looking coming into this campaign?
Numbers are not where we want them to be. That's kind of a trend that's happening in small school football, and hopefully it's something we can defeat. However, our team, we're good in numbers in terms of leadership. And our varsity program, we are in a better situation in terms of the amount of people who can play football than we were a year ago. And that's something that excites us. And our focus right now is on this year and this team. We have a good group of seniors leading it. Mm-hmm. And when you've coached as long as I have, you come to appreciate just working with great kids who bring great effort.
Mm-hmm. And great attitudes.
And great attitudes. Yeah. And we have it, and I know for that sake it'll be a very enjoyable year.
Off-season, guys, how was it for you? Let's talk to that for a moment here, and maybe some other sports that you played that prepped you for this football season.
Yeah, so I'm in basketball, football, and then track, and had a pretty good off-season lifting, and then we also did a lot of speed work with Coach Hilber. We had 3 rivers come in. We had a speed camp, so that was pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, did a basketball and then track, and we just did that speed and then our contact days, and they went pretty well.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you think, Bennett?
Yeah, this off season we had basketball, track, the speed camp came in, waking up at 6 a.m. lifting every day with all the guys.
Yeah. How has that chemistry been? You mentioned some great guys coming back, and letter winners, I think 22 or so coming back this season. What do you think about that, Coach?
Great. You can tell that from the contact days where everything just kind of picked up where we left off. We're evolving a lot quicker than we were a year ago. We're farther ahead than where we were in terms of our offense and our defense, quite frankly. I really liked the chemistry of the team this summer. We encourage sleep, but a lot of kids work, so we come in, we start at 6 a.m., and good group of the senior boys come in there, and they have fun together, and they start the day together, and you can't ask for much more than that. So it seems like everything we asked of these guys, they've responded and have given us to us. So,
what do you think a challenge is going to be for you early in the season this year, going into maybe week 1?
I would just say experience. We have some young guys coming in to fill spots, so I think they'll have to adapt for the first couple of games and learn how to play their new positions and just, kind of figure out how all the puzzle pieces fit together for our team.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of younger guys still moving some people around, figuring everything out, but I think once got everyone set, we should be fine.
Okay, Bennett?
Once we just gel together, we'll be all right. We have a relatively new offensive line this year.
Okay.
So
okay,
once they start to gel, get the offense moving a little bit more.
Starting with you, Jordan, kind of walk through the positions that you're going to play offense and defense. A lot of these smaller schools, so go both ways, Coach. So kind of talk about that for us. You guys can have the platform.
Yeah, so on offense, I'll be playing running back, kind of our wing position in the wing T offense. So, and then defensively, I'll be playing free safety again this year.
Okay.
Offense, I'll be playing running back again, and then defense, I'll play defensive end.
Okay.
And I'll be playing offensive line, right tackle on offense, and then on defense, I'll be playing D tackle.
All right. Very good. And you take a look at your schedule. I'll bring that up now on the big board. First 3, Coach, on the road. You have 5 on the road. Yep. This year, kind of a challenge, or do you embrace the road trips?
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, last year we had 3 home games to start the year, and we were 1-2. And the Cedar Grove game, their field wasn't ready last year, so we swapped. So we got 3 on the road. Mm-hmm. We don't think about it, not 1 second. Our focus is just entirely on, first of all, internally on ourselves and what we got to do to get a better football team. And these guys all talked about, the cohesion. We do return 7 people on both sides of the ball who had starting positions last year, which says a lot of things. But they talked about filling in those spots. We got the people that can do it. It's just a matter of getting them in the right places, and that's the big key, and that's what we're figuring out right now. And we're going to find out in the first game. We play Cedar Grove, Belgium, who every year it's always an excellent team to start the year off with. They're a fantastic program, and we always say it's a great. It's just. 3 years ago we went to state. We lost to them, right away at the beginning of the year, and we learned a lot about ourselves and where we need to improve. And so that did pay dividends for us, and we expect more of the same. So our focus is internally, and then also just try and do our best to beat Cedar Grove, Belgium.
You take a look at the schedule, guys. One game maybe sticks out. Maybe it's the Campbell Sport game. Maybe it's week 1. Okay, what sticks out to you? And either one of you can answer this.
I'd say Lomira to end the year. That'll be our senior night for the milk can. That's always a big one, especially on your home field.
Okay. Nick's top 6 picks. You better watch that segment. That's in there. Okay. All right.
Yeah, not really to look over any teams. I think every team will be a competitive game, but I really want to beat Lomira and get that milk can back in Mayville hands.
Yeah. Okay. Bennett?
I have to agree with those two. The milk can has been a big part
of
Mayville history, so just have it back in Mayville would be ideal.
Yeah. The Wisconsin Flyweight Conference as a whole, I know it's cliche to say every conference is a tough conference, and it is to an extent, but there's something different about the Flyweight Conference. We're all in proximity so close to one another, And it's been like that for such a long time. And I think hard-hitting, I think running, and I think defense when I think flyweight, right?
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've showed that the last few years of, how well we compete in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And it is. It's a really tough conference. And, you got Springs that kind of leads it, and they've been the class of the conference for so long. That's what happens when you got so many teams trying to build up to beat them. Mm-hmm. We raise our level of competition, and it has been a very competitive league, and this year is going to be no exception. I think this year is going to be it could be an opportunity for a lot of teams.
Yeah. All right, guys. Any further thoughts on the conference?
Well, it's just always been competitive, and every game there's not a guaranteed win or a guaranteed loss. You just know you have to compete your hardest every single game.
Yeah, kind of like Sawyer said, you can't look past anybody. You never know who's gonna surprise you one game. You got to bring everything you got every week.
Plans after school for any of you guys that you'd like to talk about now? Any interests that you have, or?
I'm looking at
question here, or what?
looking at playing a sport in college, either
Okay.
football or basketball. So I'm kind of just keeping my options open, trying to see where that goes.
Okay, Sawyer.
I'm not really sure yet. Might try to play football to the next level, but we'll see how that goes.
All right. What about you, Bennett?
I'm probably just going to go to college and just focus on school.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's okay too. Yeah. Very good. Well, best of luck to you guys coming up this season, and we'll look forward to having a chunk of the games on our video platform for you guys too. Okay.
Yeah. Excited to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say in closing? Any shout-outs to teammates or friends, family, girlfriends, sisters, brothers? No?
Shout out Bus Snacks.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in, and best of luck to you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, yep. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you. Yep. All right, that's Scott Hilber and the Mayville Cardinals, and Joran Schlender, Sawyer Hardesty, and Bennett Schellinger with us here, part of our Radio Plus High School Prep Preview Kickoff Show. All right, don't forget, coming up, we have Nick's Top 6 Picks. Those are 6 games you need to circle coming up this season for the high school football campaign. We'll cover all of the teams and give you some of the big matchups on the way. Speaking of on the way, they are waiting in the wings, and they are the Lomira Lions. You guys talked about Lomira? No evil eyes on the way out, right? Okay. All right, they are waiting in the wings as our high school video prep preview kickoff show continues next, built by Pino Construction.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Sargento has definitely given me some opportunities. I am able to live in a beautiful place like this, able to pursue all my passions and hobbies. They want us to have a good quality of life.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899.
Welcome back to our Radio Plus Video Sports High School Prep Preview Show built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. My name is Nick Rush. We've been chatting with area teams, coaches, players throughout the entire night. And back to the Wisconsin Flyway Conference here. We have the Lomira Lions with us in studio. Head coach Brian Gregory. Brian, let me shake your hand. How are you tonight?
Doing good. Doing
All
good.
right.
Thanks for having us tonight.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming. And we have some players with us here. Sam Schroffnagel. Sam, good to see you again.
Good to see you, too. Thanks for having us.
Yep. And Josh Polster, good to see you again.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. And Taylor Schoenberg.
Yep, over here.
Yep,
Thank you.
you bet. Get a little bit closer there when we talk a little bit here. So let's talk the offseason. How are things in Lomira? How are numbers? How's the program? How are things in general and overall scope?
I think overall we're going in the right direction. You know, obviously we're not trying to look too far ahead or too far behind, but I think we had a lot of momentum built from last year and how things ended. And with that senior group kind of getting us propelled in the right direction, and the three in front of you and the senior group we have and the returning players and everything, they've done a good job of stepping up and continue to build off of the foundation we had last year.
8 starters back, both sides of the ball.
Yep.
That's big.
It's huge
right?
for us.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it early on, not just with their play and their understanding of the offense and defense in the system, but the standard we have in place and just kind of bringing the underclassmen under their wing and being an extra set of coaches out there. We're definitely seeing that senior leadership so far.
Defensive end, fullback, Sam, talk about that for us here. Your off-season, where you see your development here, part of the offense and defense.
For defense, I kind of take myself as a leader on the defense, and I try to just lead the team, lead the defense, help the younger classmen just learn and grow their game, not just mine, and help them get better because they're the future of Lomira, and that's big, leaving the program in good hands when we're gone as seniors.
Second team all-conference selection from a season ago, looking at a nice senior campaign coming up here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, hope to improve again, keep taking that step forward.
Josh, offensive tackle, nose tackle, first team all-conference last season. Honors there to you. So talk about that for us coming up here.
So I put it behind my defense, my scout defense, for me being successful. I mean, without a good look, I'm not going to be able to get good reps to transport into the games. We preach scout team, our younger guys, to give us the best look they can. Yes, our seniors and juniors are going to be bigger and stronger, faster, but they give us a good look, and that helps us prepare for big games like we have coming up on Friday.
And Taylor, all right, 164 carries last year, 1,100-plus yards, 10 touches, $1.04 for a game.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that for us.
I think that we got a lot of returning guys on the line this year, and it's going to be very important that they're getting a good push for me because last year's success doesn't happen without them. And I think that my ability that I can use just to read blocks once they get that push, I think that makes all the difference. That's just how I get all those yards.
You take a look at the big screen here, guys. Okay, 2 years ago, Brian, a record of 2-7. Okay, last year you improve on that. You go 4-3 conference, 6-5, make a run in the playoffs, win a playoff game. Right? It starts there and it continues to build. Right?
Yeah, I think year after year, again, it's just a testament to this group. It takes time to implement the system and get it moving in the right direction. That first year at 2-7, we had some tough losses and stuff like that, and I think we really grew as a program and as a group. And then next year we came in and did some good things, and there were some positives and some bumps along the way. But I think the end of last year really showed us that we're right there with the other groups in the conference and in the area. Finishing in the top half was big for us. Getting a big win against Mayville and walking into the playoffs with their heads held high, and then upsetting Milwaukee Academy of Science and being right there in level 2 I think did a lot for our psyche and told us that we're going in the right directions, and the steps we're taking are in a positive way for us, and we're trying to build off of that with this group here.
You take on a familiar opponent that you played last year in the playoffs that knocked you out in week 1, right? Do you look at that at all? A little bit? Different team, though.
It's a new group, but, I mean, we'd be lying if we said that wasn't a little extra motivation. I mean, that's definitely been fresh on our minds throughout the entire offseason, but that was kind of that driving force and that motivation to come out and just put our best foot forward and continue to build off of what we've been able to do in the past, and hopefully get off to a good start here and go 1-0 this week.
So as a broadcast facility and as a broadcast team, we get excited about going to places to do games, right? Lomira is one of those places that we get excited about to come and do a game at your spot. Broadcasting a game is great, but it's got to be fun playing on the field, too. I mean, it's just an awesome facility, isn't it?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it is. It's really nice.
Yeah. Talk about that for us.
Yeah, the support from the administration and the whole community is really nice. Got to see it a lot last year.
Yeah.
Packed the stands, new live streaming with a commentator. It was just really nice to feel the support from the community and the administration.
I mean, the opportunities we have with our field, like turf, not many teams get turf. I mean, it's coming now, but to get it all 4 years is a privilege. And then, I mean, this senior year, getting our new jerseys and stuff, it just feels like, more than high school football.
I think that the support from the community is tremendous. We've got all kinds of people around that do a lot of things for us, and the atmosphere at the stadium is just second to none.
Does your dad help out with the program at all, Taylor?
Not coaching-wise,
Okay.
but he does stuff on the side to support, yeah.
Sure. I played, I think it was 4 years behind him in high school, and when he was coming at you, there was an issue. Okay, and you know what I mean. But he was a great football player, great running back and fullback for Lomira back in the day, right? You play that same position, or do you like to bounce it outside the tackles? Talk about that for us a little bit more. He was more, inside the tackles.
I think my style of running, it varies a little differently than his. A lot of people tell me how downhill of a runner he was. But I like to use my shiftiness and a little bit, get to the outside, but I can still meet with the big guys on the inside if I need to. Yeah, just a great back, and you kind of have that same football mindset. So you're in good company there as well. What are you guys looking forward to? And I know the old cliche, don't look past one opponent here, but is there anything that sticks out if you have a magic wand? Okay, and point to that game. Oh, yep, that's the one. Is there anything that sticks out?
Yeah, well, obviously Horicon Hustisford, we really want to win that game bad because they knocked us out of the playoffs last year, and it was a tough loss. We were really close to winning. But then conference-wise, I'd probably say Campbellsport. I came over from Campbellsport in 8th grade, and I haven't beat them in high school since, and we always play for an axe, and it's really cool to play for, and I'd probably say that's the game I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
For me, obviously, Houston as well. I mean, that's a big opponent. I mean, we saw them in playoffs, and they knocked us out, like Sam said. But conference-wise, I'd say Springs. That's our senior night and homecoming. And they're always the team to beat in the conference. So if we knock them out, and that would be a great game to beat.
I think that's going to be a great high school football game. I think if you look at anything on Friday, October 4th, that'll be one of them. Yeah. And Taylor?
Yeah, I like the Horicon game as well, but I think everyone should circle Friday, October 4th on their calendar against Springs because it's going to be a great homecoming game, great atmosphere, and we're all going to love to play in that high-pressure situation, so it's going to be fun.
What sticks out, I mentioned this with a couple of other teams earlier, is the conference as a whole is so competitive and so hard-hitting and so run-dominated a lot of years, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Talked about that.
Well, we know there's not an off night. There's a lot of good football being played through here. Teams are well coached, and we know that we have to bring our best game and our A game each and every night. We can't look too far ahead or too far behind, and we got to take it a week at a time. Obviously there's always games on the schedule that you really circle and look forward to and everything. But we know to put ourselves in that situation at the end of the year that we got to take it a week at a time.
Is there any question that you'd like to ask Coach on the show? at all. I didn't prep you for this
No
beforehand.
pressure.
Okay, no pressure at all on this. If it's a no, it's okay. That's fine. But is there anything that comes out or comes to mind?
Yeah. How do you feel coaching back home at Edgerton?
I think the Edgerton game is going to be a special one. Going
Okay.
back home, most of the coaches that are there were my coaches in high school, and I still have a lot of family back home, so that's going to be a cool one for us, and it would be nice to beat them again like we did last year. So that'll be cool going home and seeing everybody.
Did you get a lot that came up last year?
We had quite a few. We had quite a few. Yeah, so there's a lot of lineage back there to Edgerton and a lot of family friends and everything. So it was cool to see the people that traveled up and just kind of going back to the facilities. They were just in awe of what Lomira has built there and the support that the community and parents and administration have shown us. So.
Talking with head coach Brian Gregory here for Lomira. We also have Sam Schroffnagel and Josh Polster and Taylor Schaumburg again for the Lions with us here. Any other questions for Coach that sticks out in your mind? You won't run for it at practice, I promise.
Bouncing off of what Sam said, how did it feel when we beat them last year?
It was a sweet victory. It was sweet to kind of be able to have bragging rights for a year. So, when you go and have conversations and go back home and everything, makes it a little bit easier. So we'd like to continue that and go 2-0 and then move on from that.
All right. Very good. They have been week number 2 coming up at Edgerton on the road. Taylor, anything over there?
I think the guys covered it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Any shout-outs that you'd like to do for the team, for family, for friends watching? Anything come to mind that you'd like to give a shout-out to?
Shout out my mom.
Okay.
I know she's watching right now. I know my dad is too. He's probably at the neighbors.
Okay. All right.
I'd just like to shout out our fans. I mean, I got put up for Fond du Lac preseason player of the year. And my fans and family, friends, everybody's been voting for me. I'm currently, I believe, in first as I checked last. And then the support behind the program showing that they believe in me to be one of the better players in the Fond du Lac, Oshkosh area is truly taken to heart.
All right. Well, congratulations on that. Great.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, Taylor?
Just shout out to the family and shout out to the big dogs up front. They're gonna be a force this year that people should watch out for.
Can't do a lot without guys blocking for you up front, right? Without that wall up front, Coach.
Absolutely. And I think the rest of their teammates and everybody in the program, from coaches to everything, these three are here, and they're kind of the standard for our program here, but they understand that they got a group of guys behind them. So,
all right. Well, best of luck, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's Brian Gregory, head coach of the Lomira Lions, and we're talking again with Sam Schroffnagel and also Josh Polster and Taylor Schaumburg as our Lomira segment wraps up here tonight. Don't forget, Nick's picks on the way. Those are the top 6 games you need to circle and mark down. I think Lomira's on this list as I take a look here. That's on the way here as we wrap up the program coming up in a couple of moments here. But waiting in the wings, we have our next team with us here, and that is Waupun. They're coming up on our Radio Plus Video Sports High School Prep Preview Kickoff Show built by Pino Construction. Stand by.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondi Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at FondiFamilyDental.com.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademans, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
We've had such a great show here tonight of area athletes, of coaches, players, all being with us and supporting our program. We'd like to thank, of course, all the teams with us here, from Fondi to Winnebago Lutheran Academy to Springs to Mayville, Laconia, Lomira, and now Waupun is with us here. We'd like to welcome them to our headquarters here at 210 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. Adrian Harmson with us here. Adrian, let me shake your hand, buddy. Good to see you again.
Yep, nice to see you.
Yeah, you bet. And could you introduce your players for us, please?
Yeah, here we have two of our captains, also seniors, over here trying to make it easy or difficult for you, however you want to say it.
Okay,
but
right.
53 here, Landon DeGroff. And then 55 over here, Landon Potratz.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for coming in. How are you tonight?
Just good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Let's start with an off-season question, the program and how the off-season was, where the program is now, and kind of work that with us here.
Yeah, yep, sounds good. Just looking in this off-season, at least from the coaching perspective, we've really been focusing on getting our staff together. This is the second year we're coming in to this program with the same staff. And if anything, just new additions to the staff. So that's going to be a great thing for not only the players, but for us as coaches, getting to know each other a little bit better, how we work on offense, how we work on defense, even special teams, how we function together as a staff. We really spent a lot of time together over the summer off season, just really getting together and breaking things down.
So you're not just building chemistry with players, but you're trying to build that chemistry within the coaching staff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
To lead by example for the players. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Guys, off-season for you, how were things there?
For me, my off-season is mainly wrestling and preparing for that. So for me, I think wrestling and football as a lineman can go hand in hand.
Okay.
With training for that, workouts can be similar.
Okay. Mr. Potratz?
We had a lot of basketball workouts in the summer, so that was nice for us. There every day. We ran the hills on Friday, so got me nice and conditioned and lifted a lot of weights, got me a lot stronger, and everything like that. It's got me ready for the season.
When does school start for Waupun?
Next Monday, I believe.
Next Monday.
26th.
All right.
Monday
already.
Okay.
Yep.
Little premature question here, but how does the schedule change when they're in school versus now for camps and getting ready for the first game?
Yeah, that's something, the last week or two us coaching staff have been trying to figure out. Luckily, I guess double-edged sword here, a good majority of our staff isn't in the building.
Yeah. Okay.
So they can really be there if we have staff meetings or something like that. We can still have an efficient practice.
All right.
Like today's a prime example. Two of us coaches couldn't be there today. We had open house today for school.
Yeah.
So we were still able to have an efficient practice in that regard. But just, the first couple of weeks is just going over the fundamentals, learning those things, the things maybe you lost, in the off season, bringing those things back. And then, starting to throw in special teams, got to fit that in somewhere. So over the next couple of days, that's going to be, or next couple of weeks when we get school going, that's going to be looking a little bit different. This year, something new that we're going to be adding is like a room time where we're going to be, really focusing on football IQ. That's something that we've kind of been lacking a little bit at Waupun. But, we want to bring that back and make sure that our guys understand certain situations, how best to handle that situation, and just get us ready for those situations when maybe we didn't prepare for it.
Sure. So you take a look at a new conference here, guys, the South Central Football Conference. Okay.
Yep.
Your thoughts on that? Your reaction to that conference? Yeah. Wisconsin Dells, Berlin, Mauston, Adams Friendship, Ripon, Watoma, Nakusa. Right?
Yep.
Okay. Talk about that for us.
Yeah, initially. Do you want them to talk about that?
Yeah, whatever. Whoever wants to take it, you guys, if you want to.
Competition's a big word for me. Last year, last few years, we've had some powerhouse schools, Plymouth, Port Washington. They've been dominant programs.
Yeah.
But now we got a lot more competition we can get. I mean, Ripon, we can always compete with. Nakusa, Watoma, any of them teams, really, I feel like we can put up a fight with. So I feel like there's a lot better chance of us to win a lot more games and fight a lot more.
Okay. Your thoughts?
I think the same thing. We seen 4 of those teams, Sturgeon Bay, New Holstein, Ripon, and Berlin. I think they're pretty good games, but these I've only watched film on
Nakusa. Yep.
So I don't really know what the other teams look like. But we'll
in years past, and when I say years past, not too far removed here, but a 3-5 defense, spread offense.
Yep.
Is that going to be the case for Waupun? When I don't want to too much out here.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. I was telling these guys hey, the one thing, don't want you quite sharing that quite yet. We'll save that for Friday.
All right.
They can find that out.
All right.
But yeah, you're gonna see some changes. Not drastic or dramatic changes to our offense or defense, but you are gonna see some changes. We got a couple guys playing a couple special positions that are hopefully in terms on defense really gonna make it difficult for offense. Especially those quarterbacks, those teams that maybe do like to pass a little bit more. We're going to be flipping between coverages and with our defense, just making it a little bit harder for, when they're scouting us, obviously, making that just that much harder for them or that much more time they got to take scouting us and trying to come up with a game plan. We have a few tricks on defense to hopefully make that a little bit harder for them. And then offense, we got a great group of guys on offense here that I think we can be a very strong powerhouse here and high-scoring program with the kids that we have on offense.
Speaking of offense, 8 back on offense, right?
Yep.
9 back on defense.
Yep.
Cupboard's full.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. It is. Last year to this year, last year we had 5 seniors.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And this year, I think we're sitting at 12, 13, 14 seniors.
I think it was 14.
14 seniors, yeah. So we got a great group of guys coming back, just the knowledge they're bringing back. We're
the familiarity with the program and with you and the style and all that stuff plays a part.
Yep,
right?
You got the staff back together. We're running, similar offenses and defenses where it's just you have that familiarity where you're not starting over from scratch year after year after year.
When you look at the schedule here, guys, we got it on the big board here. Is there a game or two that stick out? And I don't want the answer, well, we just play who's in front of us. Is there something, I know that's the answer, but is there something that, is it week 1? Is it right away? Hit somebody else?
I mean, week 1's always a big one for us. Last year, we played them week 1, and it wasn't us. We weren't prepared. We had a lot of fresh stuff. Chase, he basically his first game ever starting, got a few bones to shake off. But big ones for us, for sure, Ripon, always a rivalry game, and that one's always everybody's there itching about. And Watoma, that's our homecoming game. Big guys, they got the D1 commit, so good one to get at. And I feel like that game could be the game that pushes us into playoffs or not.
What do you think? Do you
I'm
agree?
right on board, yeah. Exactly.
Coach, what do you think?
Yeah, the first game really sets the tone. And that's something that we've been kind of talking about the kids, maybe not directly, but getting them ready throughout this week is this first game, the process that we've been working up to this point. that's really going to set the tone and the demeanor for the rest of the year and how we approach these situations. So yeah, coming back, that loss against Sturgeon Bay, I think it was like 52-22 or 57-27.
Yeah, something like that.
It was tough. A lot of mistakes on special teams. I think they had three scores on special teams.
Yeah.
So that was something that we really looked at and made sure we're not going to have that same mistake again.
Yeah.
We're really looking at that. And then Ripon, of course, playing for the Jug.
What a brown
Little
jug.
Brown Jug.
Yeah.
Yep, playing for that. So that's, once again, another big one for us too. Last year, when it taken 26-0 was awesome. The kids going crazy,
Yeah.
got their brand new uniforms.
Yeah. Then you had a bonus game against North Fond du Lac, right?
Yep.
And won that one too.
Yep,
right?
won that one, and then they were actually fortunate enough this year. We actually had a joint practice with them. They came on over, and their coach, Coach Yabo, great guy, super nice dude, and so yeah, we had joint practice and just getting that competition where it's some other team. It's not your buddies. It's not your teammates. Your schoolmates that you're playing against. It's you got some other kids against you. Let's be competitive.
Mm-hmm. So you take a look at Waupun as a whole here, and coming into this conference, what are you guys doing well right now that you lean back on and say, yep, we're doing this really well. We need to lean on this to get to that next level. What do you think?
Yeah. So for us, me being defensive minded, leaning on our defense. I don't want to say leaning on it because I'd like to say that our offense is going to be productive this year, but it's very similar defense. It's something that we are more familiar with. With Jason Hackett coming in last year, he's brand new system for offense. This is going to be the second year we're going to be running something like that or something similar to it. This defense we've been running 3-4 years now. So these guys coming in as freshmen, they've been through this.
They prep for it.
They prep for it. They understand it. They know how our system works. And so we can lean on that a little bit more, understanding that, hey, we know how defense works. We can do maybe a little bit more on defense to help out our offense, put us in better field positions, things like that. And then just obviously like our seniors. Like we are going to be leaning on them and really making sure that they take those leadership roles and responsibilities and really guide those young guys into kind of taking their spot once they graduate.
Tell you what, folks, I like what we're talking about here. I like the energy that's bringing to the program here. I like the upswing that's coming forth. Would you agree with that? And
yeah, 100%. We got a lot of team chemistry. We got some new guys coming out. Emmett Hall, he was playing freshman year and then took a break, but we've had a lot of connection. Like, a lot of us guys play basketball and baseball, so him, Graham Gopal, like, we're all tight together, so we know what we're doing. We're all there together, and our coaching staff, they're just there. They know what they're talking about. They keep the same thing almost every year, adjust it, tweak it a little bit. They make it where we can compete every game.
All right. Again, this is our video high school sports prep preview kickoff show built by Pino Buildings and Pino Construction. My name is Nick Rush. We're here with Waupun here today. Is there anything else that you'd like to ask the coach here? We do this with a couple of teams, but anything come to mind that you'd like to ask Coach? I promise he won't run hard. Anything that come out?
Nothing I can think of.
No.
Nothing. All right.
Okay. Any shout-outs you want to give to your teammates, friends, family, those watching? Got a bunch of people watching here tonight to the program.
Family and the boys.
Yeah.
We got a good group together. I feel like we can go far this year.
Sure.
Yeah, us seniors, we've played ball since flag, so if we work together, we'll be fine.
Talk about, Coach, we'll get you out on this, some of the skill position players that we're welcoming this year for Waupun. We've talked some line, we've talked some offensive and defensive line here. What about the skill guys?
Yeah, just like our newbies coming in? Or, so, I guess just team in general, I'll try and keep this quick. I don't know what time's looking like
that's
here.
Fine.
But, this year we're up to 54 kids.
Yeah.
And so our numbers have been just gradually increasing. Right. So another great thing. So, we're getting these new kids coming out. Like we brought up before, Emmett Hall, great kid coming out. Graham Gopalan is going to be another kid, a basketball kid. You're going to see him. You're going to see how shifty he is. He's looking real good in warm-ups or in practice here. Just fine-tuning that. On KDP, or Ken Del Ponte, sorry. We call him KDP.
Yeah.
He's going to be, an upcoming guy that you're going to be seeing a little bit more of. Isaiah Thurk, who was Abel Koimar, tight end last year. Big shoes to fill, but he's really come a long way from last year to this year, filling in that spot. Logan Prawl came out kind of halfway through the season last year. He's going to be with us back again. We got two amazing running backs, Hayden Reeder and Kyler Sanders. dual threats right there. Interchangeable guys that are just they're studs. We got a lot of resources, a lot of guys that we're able to move and shift around and really make some things happen on both sides of the ball.
Excitement, both sides of the ball, right, guys?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming in. I'd like to thank you for being part of the program here and kind of showcasing some of the things that Waupun is offering on the field. And we look forward as a company to doing a good chunk of your games on our video platform here so people can watch them. If they can't get there, we encourage them to. But, hey, if you can't, watch it right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Let me shake your hand, buddy. All right. Oh, one more plug. Want to mention the UTV.
Yes.
Still have tickets for that?
We still have tickets.
Okay.
Our program, we are selling 3,000 tickets. That's it.
Okay.
The proceeds will go back to the football program.
Yep.
$20 a ticket, or 6 of them for $100.
All right.
Proceeds going back. Like we were saying, it's a 2024 brand new UTV. Don't ask me too many details. I don't know UTVs that much. So it's either the brand new UTV or big catcher, $18,000 cash.
Wow.
So, we're roughly about halfway sold. Tickets going to be drawn on our homecoming game at halftime.
Okay.
We got a few surprises for homecoming.
Okay.
A few things kids don't even know about yet, so I don't want to quite share them. We got a couple things coming there, and the ticket itself can get you into the game for free. So if you have your ticket, keep your stub. That gets you into the game for free.
Love that. All right. Yep. Have a safe trip home with that UTV that you drove here.
Yep.
But sell some to Kerry Longbury on the way out. One of our producers, he'll buy some.
Awesome.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for coming in. We appreciate you so much, and best of luck on the field and off the field with the school season coming up here.
Sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Appreciate you. All right.
Thank you.
Coming up in moments, Nick's picks, Nick's top 6 picks. The 6 games you need to circle on the high school football season. That's on the way as our video high school prep preview kickoff show wraps up next on Radio Plus Video Sports. Stand by.
Here we go.
Fond du Lac Credit Union knows that we all have many different goals that we want to achieve in life, like paying off debt or planning your dream wedding. We also know that sometimes unfortunate things can happen that are out of our control, like car trouble or a broken washer and dryer. For all of your personal needs, Fond du Lac Credit Union has personal loans customized just for you. Wherever you are in life, Fond du Lac Credit Union can help get you to where you want to be. For more information, simply visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. At Burke, development, research, design, innovation, wellness, and connection guide us each and every day and help us bring the highest level of play to the communities we serve. Play gives us the power to connect. It tells us anything is possible and that we are always capable. The time is now to play.
The innovation you've been waiting for is here. Built on the 16X Cheez-It platform, it's the first flavor matrix stable enough to make a Cheez-It tostada possible and cheesy enough to power the Crunch Wrap. Because if you want to change the world, you have to bring something big to the table. Think big.
Connect with the road. Love what you drive and where you get it.
That's what you get with Team Holiday.
Wisconsin's #1 is where to score giant selection and low prices, more for your trade, and deep money-saving offers like $299 per month on the off-road ready Mazda CX-50 or versatile Mazda CX-5.
Shouldn't you love what you drive?
Come experience a Mazda, find out, and drive it home today from Holiday Mazda, Fond du Lac.
It's worth the trip.
Are you unsure of what career path you want to take? Musa Sheet Metal is looking for motivated individuals to join their highly regarded apprenticeship program. Throughout the program, you'll learn the skills to be able to run your own job site. A career at Musa Sheet Metal is a chance to join a driven team working together to design and build products to help build communities. Learn more at musasheetmetal.com. That's musasheetmetal.com.
Build products that build communities. Apply at musasheetmetal.com.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot. American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with a travel peace of mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
I'd like to welcome you back to our media center here for Radio Plus Video Sports. My name is Nick Rush, and we are so excited and delighted that you're along here tonight for our Radio Plus Video Prep Sports Preview Kickoff Show, built by Pino Construction and Pino Buildings. Boy, have we had a great show here tonight. We've welcomed teams and coaches and players from Fond du Lac, Winnebago Lithard Academy, Laconia, Lomira, Mayville, Waupun, and more. I think I said Springs in there as well. But just a great show. Again, we've been with you since 6:30 here tonight, and offering, of course, an opportunity really for not just for us to preview this, but to hear from the coaches, to hear from the players, to hear from those involved in the closest high school sports production here today. So, again, just a wonderful show, and thank you for joining us. Also like to thank many of our sponsors. Our presenting sponsor for the program is Pino Buildings and Pino Construction. Thank you. I'd like to thank our great sponsors from Edward Jones, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Fondi Family Dental, Sargento Cheese, Lens Truck Center, Right Way Home Improvement, Back in Action, Into the Woods Wellness, Smith Builders, Brock Fleischner, Bristol Morgan Bank, Coal Oil and Propane, Pioneer Pit Stop, Marco Tax Service, and a whole lot more. We'll get to some of those coming up here in moments. All right. Also, before I forget, I do want to recognize our producers for tonight's program. Kerry Longree, thank you very much, Kerry. He ran several of our camera shots here tonight. I'd like to thank Sawyer Chu. Sawyer, a new video stream member with us here tonight. I'd like to thank Ike Holtzman and Josh Guy. These guys have worked not just tonight, but for weeks on this production, the graphics, the microphone setup, the headphones, the slides, the PowerPoint, everything was done to great length to make this video production possible here tonight. So again, guys are off in the back. Thank you so much for what you do and what you do for the company here. So again, thank you. All right. A lot of people don't know, maybe some of you do, this show last year won a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award for the best digital production in the state of Wisconsin in media market. So again, thank you. Thank you to the team here that decided to get on board and do it again this season. I think we've had a great show. Okay. All that being said, Nick's top 6 picks. Now, what we've done is we've taken a look at the high school sports plethora of games that we're doing on this company, and we've circled 6 of them that you need to mark down on the calendar. And we're going to begin, very fitting, with number 6. We've had both of these teams in this building tonight, and this is week 9 of the high school football season. Let's begin with number 6, and that's Lomira at Mayville. Now, this is a big-time rivalry that's renewed again. Old flyaway foes. It was a 13-6 decision for Lomira last year. Previous to that, in 2022 and 2021, Mayville came out on top. Lomira came out in that COVID year, the shortened spring alternative season, and in 2019. The reason this is in there, I think there's big-time playoff implications with this game. And this is Week 9, the final week of the regular season. Mark it down, circle it. These two teams, very, very close in proximity and mindset of getting after it, tackling, defense, and running the football. You'll see a lot of that in this game. Again, Lomira at Mayville. That's number 6 on the schedule, Week 9. Mark it. Okay, this one gets me excited because these teams are going to renew the rivalry again, and there are so many fireworks in this game for Neenah and Fond du Lac in week number 8 of the high school football season. It's incredible. Again, Neenah and Fond du Lac, week number 8 of the high school football season. Mark it down, Friday, October the 11th. And what we're going to see here, a couple of things. Number 1, we're going to get a look at Grant Dean. Who's Grant Dean? He's a running back for the Neenah Rockets. Over 1,700 yards last season. Grant Dean committed to Wisconsin, UW-Madison, as a defensive back. So again, yes, he plays offense, pretty good there. He also plays a pretty good defensive spot too. We're also going to see Evan Van Evenhoven. Last year played 3 games, then got hurt. Very good quarterback for Neenah. We'll see him versus Fond du Lac again in week number 8 of the season. Fondy lost to Neenah last year by just 7. It was a 14-7 decision. The spring of 2020, that COVID season, you might know the name Braylon Allen. That was his last season in Fondy. Yeah, that's the last time Fondy beat Neenah. It's been 3 consecutive wins by the Neenah Rockets over the Fond du Lac Cardinals. Again, Fondy will see him in week 8. That's number 5 on the list. Again, Fondy hosting Neenah. That is just one of 3 home games for the Fond du Lac Cardinals, and Fondy gets them here at National Exchange Bank Field on the campus of Fond du Lac. So that's number 5. All right, moving on to to number 4 on the list, and this is actually an intriguing matchup in week number 1. Yeah, we'll have this game for you. Video streamed live at RadioPlusInfo.com. It's the Lake Country Lutheran versus Fond du Lac St. Mary Springs matchup. Why this is intriguing is these two teams have had some battles over the years. Last year, Springs beat them 17-0. Previous to that, the year prior, 2022, Springs beat them 27-0. But prior to that, 3 years ago, Lake Country Lutheran won 45-0. Springs went to state that year. That was a wake-up call at the very beginning of the year. They went to state. They lost to Colby in the finals, but they played each other as well every year since 2018. Springs holds a 3-2 advantage in those 5 years of matchups versus Lake Country Lutheran. Again, should be a great one. The Lightning come to Fond du Lac in week 1 on August the 23rd. Yeah, that's 48 hours from now, and look for that matchup. That'll be a great one at Fruth. Okay, number 3 on the list. Nick's top 6 picks. Number 3. This has got fun and firepower written all over it. It's Fond du Lac at Marquette in week 2. Why? Fondy is a tough customer. Marquette beat Fondy last year in level 3 of the WIAA playoffs. We talked about Fond du Lac losing 4 consecutive games to start the campaign, right? Then they got that Kaukauna win in week 5. Then they decided we're going to play pretty good football, and we're going to run this thing out. They lost to Neenah, but they got into the playoffs in the final week of the regular season. Then they had a favorable draw in level 1 and level 2, eventually ran into Milwaukee Marquette, defending Division 1 state champion. They won the whole thing last year, Marquette did. That'll be an intriguing matchup in week 2. Okay, so again, that's Fondy at Marquette in week 2. Again, Marquette beat Kimberly last year in the state semis to get to the state finals, where they're eventually won the Division I state championship. Okay, so that's number 3. Number 2 on the list, again, Nick's top 6 picks, is Campbell Sport hosting St. Mary Springs Academy. Now, this has got physicality, toughness, running, offensive line play, defensive tackle. This has got all of the bullet points. It checks all the boxes for this big one. Okay, so Campbell Sport last year just lost by 7-0. Springs won the Flyweight Conference last year. Okay, offensive line for Campbell Sport should be very good. 3 are back on the offensive line for the Cougars. 5 overall are back on offense and defense. The one wild card in this whole thing, we know Springs is going to be a good team in the flyway. Campbell Sport had a Benjamin Tim last year, 1,800-yard rusher, graduated. What are they going to fill the gap with in order to stay competitive, and not just this matchup, but the entire Wisconsin Flyweight Conference? By the way, the Ledgers have 5 guys back on both sides of the ball. So, again, that'll be a great one. Springs and Campbell Sport. That's week 6. Week 6. Mark it down. Okay. We've come to number 1 on the list. I have a drum roll, which I'll make organically here on the table. And that's Fond du Lac and Kimberly for week 4. There it is. Why, you ask? Well, there are several reasons. I wanted to put so many other games on this list, but this has got to trump them all for the top game to circle in week 4. Fondy goes to Sussex Hamilton in week 1. They go to Milwaukee Marquette in week 2. They go to Appleton North on a Thursday night in week 3. Week 4 is their home opener at National Exchange Bank Field against the Kimberly Papermakers. It sets up beautifully for the Fond du Lac Cardinals to open their home season. Again, Fondy has just 3 home games for the Cardinals. Marcus Doucette, big workload for him this year for the Kimberly Papermakers. Sawyer Hanlon, 7 sacks last year for Kimberly. First team all-conference on defense. 3 back on offense, 5 back on defense for the Kimberly Papermakers in week number 4. And Fondy, even though they have lost to Kimberly in their last 8 matchups, they're just 3-5. They've played them tough. They lost last year to Kimberly 22-21. They won in the regular season 2 years ago, lost to them in the playoffs. 1 loss, back and forth they went. It's been a seesaw battle. And remember, Fondy snapped Kimberly's 70-game winning streak. That was years ago, but it's still on the minds of some of us broadcasters as one of the best games in high school football, bar none, any time of the year. It was awesome. I got the privilege to call that game. It's pretty cool. 40 letter winners back for Kimberly. Kimberly reloads, and Fondy will be ready for him. Trust me. So that's number 1 on the list. Nick's top 6 picks. There you have it. So that about does it from the Radio Plus Media Center and Radio Plus Broadcast Studios here at 210 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. Our program tonight is built and presented by Pino Constructions and Pino Buildings. They did such a great job. It's been a 1-year anniversary of us here in this room, in this building, that Pino has done such a marvelous job at remodeling. Again, our media center, I'd like to thank them, and I'd like to thank all of our other great talented sponsors, Dynamic Chiropractic, Rademan Stone, Silica, Dufresne, Roush Insurance, Everson Law Office, Bob's Pizza. Thanks to AirTech, Winnebago Lithard Academy, Mesa Sheet Metal, St. Mary Springs Academy, Fond du Lac Credit Union. Thanks to Hoppers, New Medical Center, Anders Auto Parts. Thanks to Fox Valley Savings Bank, BCI Burke in Fond du Lac, and American Family Insurance Agent Bragg Tagliapietra, and Marian University. One final reminder, our website is the complete hub of high school sports. Go to our website. You can see all the games that we're doing this season. Every Fondy game, every Springs game, Winnebago Lithard Academy, Laconia, Lomira, Mayville, North Fond du Lac, Waupun. It's all there listed at RadioPlusInfo.com. Again, we'd like to thank Sawyer Chu. I'd like to thank Carrie Longree, Ike Holtzman, and Josh Guy for being with us here tonight. And more importantly, thank you for watching tonight's Radio Plus Video Prep Preview Kickoff Show from our headquarters at 210 South Main Street, Fond du Lac. We are so excited for the high school football season. We hope this got you in the mood. Nick Rush saying so long from Radio Plus Video Sports.